boom. Don't want nobody else to ever love me 'cause I love you. You are my sun and star, my whatever ever else above you. Oh, my love. 1,000 kisses from you is never too much. Boom, 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 boom. I just don't wanna stop. Never too much, never too much, never too much. This some of the song they sing at, they play at the Sunday brunches. Something like that. They kind of go old school. They be jamming too. Welcome to another episode of Sunday Brunch with Rico. Hey, don't put down your chicken and waffles. Your mimosas. Some of them peach, some of them strawberries, some of them champagne mimosas. Don't put them down. I'll do all the talking. Just continue to enjoy yourself and do your side to side to whatever old school music that's going on. 'Cause I'm assuming y'all out of church right now. I'll return with my Sunday morning worship in the future, but I've been checking out these Sunday brunches here on YouTube and on my Facebook page. Hold on one second. Let me become appropriate. Hold on. Okay, can't talk with gum in my mouth. It's rude. But let's have a couple of topics I want to share with you that's been on my mind. It's your man Rico, the opinionist. Yes, I share opinions. I just share my thoughts. Y'all can go look them up if you want to. For me, it's not really about debating stuff. It's just me. This is my own personal vlog, I guess. My YouTube channel, my Facebook, my Twitter, my Instagram, all of that. That's the way I just express myself, as well as my blog. You ever been on my blog where I write stories, write my thoughts down? It's Rico, the opinionist. Tito! What you got going on, cuzzo? Making our way downtown, moving fast for sure. And so, I just want to do two quick thoughts about it's two quick topics. And while y'all at it, y'all pay attention to the description box on this Facebook page as well as my YouTube channel. It has everything you need to know about my short story, and the Cash App is there, $ Rico, the opinionist. It's a cool short story. If you have not picked it up yet, get it while it's still in PDF. If you decide to hit it with the Cash App for the $10, just please send me an email address so I can get it right to you. All right, so this Ja Morant thing is still going on, right? Shout out to Ja Morant, superstar of the Memphis Grizzlies. And he's making some more news as it relates to his apology tour and his awakening tour. Of he understands that what he's done is a horrible thing and embarrassed himself, his family, his city, his team. He made the apologies and all of that, and I think it's cool. And now some other pictures have come out. I haven't seen those pictures, but people are saying some other pictures. I've been reading where there's other pictures come out. I guess him at the little nightclub, at the strip club, wherever he was, trying to be cool. And I don't want this to become another Chris Brown situation. But I don't think it can ever be that rough, because people are still getting down on Chris Brown for what happened, as he said, when he's 17, 18 years old. And a situation where he was a victim as well, but I guess because of his gender, he had to be made the example of, while she gets to become this icon, I guess. I never bought that shit. She get to make her music and become a billionaire, and he felt he needed to resort to going to the hood with his music and make it gutter. So and get extra tattoos and all that kind of shit. Yeah, he doesn't look that great. So the world really came down on him, and we didn't make it any better by joining the world and attacking Chris Brown. I didn't appreciate that when that was happening. I let it be known I didn't appreciate that. So. But this Ja Morant thing is an example of what we've always experienced as kids growing up. You have a lot of kids who want to fit in. And number two, we have to talk about this this fatherlessness thing that goes on with black males. Now, it's been reported, recorded, he grew up with a dad, but still there's something about that. This need to try to find manhood and like Rihanna says, find love in a hopeless place. And a lot of black boys, they have this incessant need to try to find manhood in the most hopeless place. And the most hopeless place I'm referring to is like the hood or the ghetto or just Niggerville. They think that's being a man. And why, when black people, those who are not fully developed, I guess, as relates to their self-esteem and their morality and their character, they feel they need to impress the lowest of the, come on somebody. It's like we're always trying to impress the hood, when the hood should be impressed by us and be inspired by those of us who got out of the ghetto and made something of ourselves. Instead, this weird-ass trend that's come around that it is almost pressure. And by the way, it is very corporate-funded. All these shows, TV shows that glorify niggerdom and hood, you know the shows you watch. And all this music that's out, even the R&B sucks. Because it's trying to cater to the most debaucherous aspects of black America. And we are not genetically niggas. That is a racist social construct that was created when they brought Africans over enslaved. And so they started then. And then with the Metro Goldwyn Mayer movie company, which ran and created by Jewish whites, they created the nigger stereotypes with the buckwheats and the Farinas and the stepping fetches. I just don't know why the fish went in their water. I just don't know. I'm so stupid. You know, they created all of that. And yes, let me get across here. And there were black folks who volunteered to portray those images. So it's gotten so corporate America, white corporate America strikes again. They fund these images. And then with the systematic removal of damn near all the masculinity out of households. You can even have fathers in the household, but he's still not allowed to be a man there because single motherhood or woman empowerment is corporately funded. Did y'all hear what I said? Corporately funded to make sure men don't have a voice in their own households. Yeah, so you have all this. You have these confused boys being raised up, don't know the finer points of what being a man is, so they thinking, what TV says is, get a pistol, join the gang, talk, try to fight, be cool, even though you've gotten a college degree, you've earned $230 million for your athletic ability or prowess, you still feel this need to be relatable to the hood. Those of us who've become successful, anybody who's able to run, jump, hop, read, create, politic their way out of the ghetto, your job should be to inspire other kids. And so, there you go. And so, Josh just one of those young guys who trying to be cool with the hood. Listen to the little damaging ass music that they call rap today. I grew up on hip hop. And so, and then it was Uncle Luke, and it was Diggable Planets, it was Queen Latifah. It was a blend of everything. But when they cut out the conscious music, the conscious rap, and play nothing but thug, gangster, nigger rap, well, this is what you have. For anybody to say that music doesn't dictate behavior, you are a liar, and you're disingenuous at best. Because whenever you want to get something from a female, do you put it on, pop that coochie, hey, pop that coochie, baby, shake that pussy, bitch? Or do you put on, girl, tonight? Which one you think will get in the mood? Now, some of y'all get to debate, well, it depends on the kind of chick she is, but most chicks like to be, soothed into getting that box beat. You hear me? Unless she's a woman of the night, but if you like your little girlfriend, little mom you met at the club, she want you to groove, even though it's slow grooving music, but you're doing some pop that coochie, hey, pop that coochie, bitch. So I know whatever version that is for 2023, maybe some slow Chris Brown or something like that. But I've seen some Instagrams with, well, anyway. Or it's whatever. Some of them getting the brakes beat off of them to Young Dolph. I like, well, damn, okay. Pornhub got a lot of them. A lot of young women getting beat down to a lot of the hardcore rap. So maybe I need to catch up. So anyway, he's just another one of the young guys that thought being cool and manhood was appealing to the hood. And I'll tell anybody who have been fortunate enough to get out of the ghetto in the hood. If you want to appeal to the ghetto, you want to appeal to other young people in the hood, be the best version of yourself. The hood version is not the best version of you. It's not. That's just the version of you based on your geographical location, based on your address. I grew up in the inner city, low income, but it's just something about me. Maybe because what my mom taught me. And my mom has always said, and here I am 54 years old, and I still remember it, and I live by it today. She said, I don't care if you was born and raised in a barn. You don't have to look nor act like an animal. And even if I'm poor, when I've been poor and working class, I still try to hold myself and purport myself like a man of particular dignity and self-respect. Because money doesn't give you manners. I had to tell this to a jackass earlier today. Because Ja Morant has $200 million, all of a sudden he's automatically they calling him a king and oh, listen, no. A king doesn't wave a gun on social media and throw gang signs up and have tattoos all over his goddamn body. A king would behave as if he has a king's ransom. You hear me? But that's the only critique that I have. And also, those of you, it is okay. It is okay to have criticisms about Ja Morant's behavior. It is okay. But some of us think because people get money, all of a sudden they're above reproach. It's just like when people have statuses, like if they're your city councilman or they're the president or your preacher, they're above criticism. No, all behavior that is poor is deserving of public scrutiny, especially, come on somebody, if you misbehave in the public. And so this is what I don't like about aspects or certain segments of my race. Just because somebody's famous or rich, they can't get criticized. And that's why we'll continue to lose. Everybody can get this work. Everybody can get this smoke. And y'all need to understand this. Stop coddling Ja Morant. He'll be fine. He needed this. So hopefully this will turn him around and he start behaving like a man who's worth $200 million, like a young man who was closely tutored or grew up under the tutelage of his dad and his mother. See, when you misbehave like that, that's a slap in the face. When you've grown up, it was supposed to be a structured family. That's a slap in the face. Now, we got a lot of people who didn't grow up with any parents or grew up with drunken parents or drug addict parents or abusive parents. Hell, they act better than these folks who's supposed to have the natural order of parents or the structure. And it's always been weird when I see suburban black kids or kids with parents who've done well. They want to go straight to the ghetto and start looking and act like those folks who would love to switch places with them. And so this does not make Ja Morant a bad human being. He's not. He just ignorant. But one thing about ignorance, it can be cured with information. It can be cured with situations like this to happen. He made a mistake. Well, he didn't make a mistake. That's how he's been behaving all the time. It just caught up with him. So hopefully now he'll change his behavior. Just start acting like a man. And then also, he's a father. He got a little girl. So why is he behaving like this? So this is good for him. Hopefully, like I was listening to this little hip hop podcast with Cameron and Mace. And they were talking about he's going to rehab for healing or rehab. They're like, well, what the hell did he be healing from? What you mean? What I think is, he probably needs, if he has an addiction to weed or if he has a personality disorder, well, you know, yeah, or an addiction to alcohol, well, yeah, he needs rehab. Whatever it is, I hope this episode has taught him, look, little bruh, you're not the only one, and you won't be the last young man who has an exceptional athletic ability to get offered or be signed to a multi-million-dollar contract for your talent. Because there were men before you who also were signed to thousands and millions of dollars. You know this guy named Michael Jordan? You've heard of this guy named Kwame Brown? And who else? I mean, I'm just naming the ones just who we might know. And many other guys who've been recruited to the NBA over the decades. And you rarely hear anything about them publicly. Hopefully you'll understand. Nobody's asking you not to be 24 or 23 or 20. No one's asking you not to be that. You deserve the right to be young and enjoy your money. But now you're learning, son. Whatever you're going to do, keep it private. That's it. You don't let nobody videotape you doing jack, except for getting on and off an airplane to your basketball games. Or if they happen to catch you dropping your little daughter off at school. Or, you know, they don't need to see you doing anything else. They don't need to see you at a party. They don't need to see you at a club. They don't need to see, don't really need to see you walking around in a park. Yeah, because you might be with a different chick other than your baby mother. I don't know if y'all together or not. I'm just saying. They don't need to see you do anything. As a matter of fact, y'all, you know, I'm going to give you a prime example of a woman, of a person, an entertainer who does everything under the sun. The only time you see her is when she comes out for her CDs. She don't even respond to anything on social media, and that is Beyonce. Can anybody tell me that when Beyonce doesn't have a CD out, do y'all know where she goes? Who she knows? Who she does? If she even eats? That's how you did. Ja, that's what you need to do. You've reached a particular status of class. You don't need to be so common around the commoners. Now. Well, he tried to think he's better than other people. He is better than other people. He's extensively better than a lot of people. And he needs to behave that way. Now that means just close your mouth, spending your money in private, keeping the cameras. If you're going to have you two partners with you, you tell them no cell phones. Do you understand, son? Other than that, man, you good. Now go out there and when you get ready to play again, kick their ass on the court. 'Cause that's what you're known for. Let them to be known for your statistics on the court. Keep people out of your business, young man. Keep blunt smoke out of your bloodstream. If you drink alcohol, make sure you're in the privacy of your small group, because you are a $200 million man. And after about maybe next season, after you behaved over the summer and you've done some giving back, and go, you know how they do, get you to go pet some white kids on the head and maybe do a breast cancer walk or something like that, to get back in the good graces of what's called mainstream America. And stay as far away from the Negro behavior. Stay away, because Negroes didn't get you that contract. Negroes don't pay for you. When you lose, if you were to lose this contract, ain't now Negro gonna send you a pair of Jordans, because they don't have it. They living through you. Got it? All right, so that's enough on that. Good luck, best of luck, young brother. Come back strong. Kick their ass on the court like you've been doing, all right? All right, so let me move on to this next one. This next topic. This is a little series that I've begun. It's called How Black People Participate in Racism. Now, on my last video, I talked about how we participate in racism, systematic or otherwise, when we choose not to send our children to black colleges, but yet we complain about why black colleges seem to be disappearing, or they're not getting the same funding or whatever. Well, while we complain about that, we don't even send our own damn kids there. We don't even, a lot of us don't even wear HBCU paraphernalia in the public. I'm not talking about just those of us who didn't attend HBCUs, but those who didn't attend HBCUs, but you got something to say about HBCUs, you don't even wear HBCU paraphernalia. You wear all the white schools. All of that is advertisement. That's how we participate in racism. Now here's my next topic, how black people participate in racism. You know, basically, when we do self-destructive things that does not work in our favor. Now, I talked about how we spend our money. We don't spend our money with black businesses like we should. We got 40 million blacks. There's no reason. 43 million black people in America. Take away, let's break it down to 25 million blacks. Let's say 30 million blacks. Because a lot of us are doing other things, just weird. So about at least 34 million black people. You mean 34 million black people can't come together to have a hospital, a bank, a school, a hospital, a bank, and a school in all these black neighborhoods? The properties aren't brought up. 34 million blacks now. It's funny how our money adds up really beautifully up to the billions of dollars when they talk about how much we spend in other groups. And all these complaints about, you go buy black businesses, they do this, that, and the other. Well, the other ones charge you the same thing. Y'all say no. So my specific way in which we participate in racism is how we reproduce black children. All the statistics as it relates to education, crime, juvenile crime, and incarceration, and joblessness, unemployment, or what have you. We participate in racism when we absolutely refuse to have our children in a stable household with a husband and wife. And some people say, well, everybody will get married. Well, y'all tried that committed relationship shit, and as soon as somebody get married, they walk off. Well, one thing about a marriage, you can't just walk off from that, because there's a little more to it than marriage. And I know, I'm one of those, tell those young guys, man, America is not a good place for men to get married. But we're going to have to meet in the middle, because we're not doing it right. Whenever women, and I'm going to say women, because men don't get pregnant. When the women choose, high school girls, college-age young women 30 years old, 35 years old, when they choose to get pregnant and purposely deliver a bastard child, you're not helping our race. You're literally buying into and paying for participating in racism. You are. There's no debate. You are. It's not about judgment. It's about statistics and data. It's about economics. You are participating in racism. Because when you have a child out of wedlock, women, you set your child up. You're setting that child up to become a dangerous statistic. Because usually when you have a bastard kid out of wedlock, he's growing up in some kind of impoverished black neighborhood or mixed black and Mexican or whatever, poor neighborhood. And so he or she got to fight the elements of that poor, broken black neighborhood. You understand me? Instead of just do what you're supposed to do, be a lady, or get your hormones in check, get a husband. Y'all plan what y'all gonna do, and then set up the foundation and a space where children can be born. You don't do that. But then you want to talk about, the police are attacking our sons. They're killing our men. Well, a lot of those young men that are being murdered come from single household parents. Single mother-led parent household. And by the way, there's an exception to everything that's being said, so don't give me that shit. Well, it's some guys that got two parents to get. We're not talking about that. The exceptions don't erase the rule. So we're gonna have to do better. And then I see all these folks, Ben Crump included, trying to fight against what DeSantis was saying in Florida about not having an AP American history. So they want to make a big damn issue out of that. I heard Shamika Michelle say something that's really smart. Y'all know her, Shamika Michelle, I think the Naked Girls on Instagram. She's like, how y'all standing up trying to fight Governor DeSantis of Florida about some damn AP history when y'all don't even, history, when y'all children don't even know how to read? And she told the truth. Why the hell would y'all why y'all concerned about black children learning black history when they don't know how to read? And you're certainly not by serving as an oracle or a griot in the black community anymore. We don't have any griots that's been teaching our ancestral history to black kids. That's why y'all depending on the white system to teach your kids about who they are and expect them to tell the truth. It is the weirdest goddamn behavior. It is the weirdest behavior. Malcolm X said only a fool will send his children to be educated by his oppressor. And we do that. We actually stand up and do press conferences. They ain't teaching our children of African history. That is the dumbest shit I've ever seen. I'm telling you, it's something. See, we're so busy trying to avoid the real fight, the real work, that we'll pick up on stuff that don't make sense. Who gives a shit if a public school system don't teach your black kids about actual American or African history when you're the goddamn parent? You're the child's parent. Books are not just bought and sold in no goddamn school system. They have bookstores. Hell, Amazon got all the books. I'll tell y'all have me shaking my head. I see that crap, I turn the TV. I don't give a shit. And then if y'all look through the goddamn bill that he actually blocked, they just like everybody else. You see, the gay community can't survive without using black people as a Trojan horse. Did y'all hear me? Asians, Hispanics, and others, they all use black people as a Trojan horse to get their issues across. And when they're done with us, they move on. They act like we ain't shit. And y'all stand there and keep doing it time after time after time. And letting people use us. Ride us like donkeys. So what he blocked was them trying to add in queer history, queer theory under the guise of black history. And so kudos to Governor DeSantis for blocking that shit, because black folks are too goofy to even read any goddamn thing. But y'all talking about they don't want to teach our children black or African history. You don't even want to teach them African history. You understand? Y'all cut it out. See how so many ways in which we participate in racism? Just dumb. Now, I don't mean to sound like this on this beautiful, crisp, 50-degree day. This is crispy. Wearing my Gremlins sweatshirt and everything. Come on, somebody. Vintage. Got this shirt back in '95. Went to Mexico trips and stuff. Shout out to Dr. Charles Brooks, by the way. Rest in peace, brother. So, we're going to have to learn. And if anyone wants to take these talking points or take this special, how black people participate in racism, y'all can join me, because so many ways in which we participate in racism. The racism that we complain about, but we participate in it. No, look, it's very simple. It's almost like we just get upset with this concept of doing for self. Why does doing for self offend so many black Americans? Hey, Mary Max. Why does the concept of doing for self offend so many black Americans? Because, man, a lot of times, if it wasn't from the conservative side, a whole lot of stuff be thrown at us that we really don't approve of. But I guess because the conservatives said that it's wrong, so we're like, well, because he said it, well, I don't approve of it because he said it, well, no, let them do the work that you too cowardly to do. Because y'all know damn well, as a group, we're not into that LGBT. But we got entities out there that push this trans queer crap on us. That's why they need to go, such as the NAACP. They need to go. They've changed. Hell, don't even have colored people no more. It's all about LGBT now. So, but anyway, we're going to have to continue to do better. And I think in order for us to do better, now listen to this, ladies, close your ears. We're going to have to do better by empowering young men. Because see how we've empowered young women? Look what the hellhole our community's going into. Yeah, I know it. Write your comments. I ain't going to read them no way, because I know I'll be speaking the truth. See, we empower young men to take the lead, move out the way. We got young men who are taking the lead, but we got these little angry, ugly, funk-ass feminists out here talking crap and trying to block everything that men do. Well, ladies, y'all need to tell these feminists to shut up and let the men talk, because they're the ones who are ruining it for you. They're the reason we have this thing called MGTOW and passport bros. These little angry feminists that y'all are protecting. You get rid of them broads, the black community can start growing. Well, as y'all keep listening to these angry feminists, sisters, you're not gonna ever get back to the glory that you once had in the black community. So stop letting them broads speak for y'all. All right, those of you who are silent, stop letting the feminists speak for you. Because all they care about is the LGBT agenda. Stop letting these liberal Democrats, men and women, speak for you. Because all they're pushing is the Biden agenda, the LGBT agenda. And we got 43 million people, and no small 3% of people should not be ruling over 43 million people. Do y'all understand? Yes, they're corporate funded. I know that. They're corporate funded and they're corporate pushed. They're corporate advertised. But we should not. Doesn't mean hate them or hurt them or none of that. We just need to know the real blacks in the black community need to stand up against this foolishness. I've never witnessed such a thing. Nick, black Americans are literally afraid of the LGBT. But black women are the most religious in this country, and they don't have anything to say about the foolishness that comes out of the mouths or the policy of LGBT. It's the weirdest shit. But anyone who does, you're afraid of being called a homophobe, you're a fool. You're afraid of being called a transphobe, you're a fool. You're afraid of being called a fatphobe, you're a fool. Oh, who's in charge here? You or God? I mean, them or God? And those of you say you believe in God, yeah, why y'all let trans punk y'all out so much? I said it. We talking today in this Sunday brunch. No, don't put your forks down. Keep on eating. Yeah, that strip of bacon looks pretty crunchy there. Go in, bite into it. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that golden fried chicken wing with that delicious waffled iron waffle right there. I know it looks. Man, damn, I think I'm gonna do that when I get to the house. Let me some chicken wings, some drumettes, and make me a waffle or two. But anyway, I don't want to belabor this. I hope y'all got my 2 points. Shout out to John Morant. And black people, stop participating in racism. I'll be back again with another way in which black Americans participate in racism. But in the meantime, like, share, and subscribe. Check out my PDF. It's called The Greatest Pain Ever Felt. Conversation